and I'll tell you how I ended up being here at the podium today. On behalf of the Jones family, my name is Amina Jones-Love. Many of you already know me. We would like to thank all of you for attending the 90th birthday celebration of my dad, Robert B. All of you are our special guests, but we'd also like to recognize those that came from afar. So we have guests from Las Vegas in the house, Los Angeles in the house, Texas in the house, and Maryland. Yay! On that note, I'm going to say one thing. When you move away from family, somehow you get a call late at night when you're sleeping, and someone says, "Oh, you would be the one to come and do the presentation." And it's a 3-hour time difference in time. It's close to midnight, and you say, "Okay, whatever you say." And then you end up realizing the next day you're it. So my solution is never move away from home. If I could take just a few moments just to share a few things about my dad. He's known to many of you in many different ways. Some of you know him, well, one knows him as a husband, a father, a grandfather, a great-grandfather, a brother-in-law, a brother in Christ, an uncle, cousin, and a friend, an old friend. And recently I spoke with my cousin in Las Vegas, and he reminded me something about my dad. When they were young, and we were living in Texas at that time, he had another name that you probably don't know. And it was called Mr. Will Get You. He continued that name for many years. And his nieces and nephews, they love and respect him, but were careful to walk that straight line. Because he always reminded them. Because he was like UPS, he delivered. Let me briefly just give you a little bit of background, and maybe you don't know, but I think it's important that we really know our history. So, Robert E. Jones is a descendant of Nigeria, Cameroon, and Mali. And he was born on November 13th in 1929 in Cushing, Texas, and his parents were L.B. Jones and Willie Verna Jones. He graduated from high school and was drafted into the U.S. Army, serving in the Korean War. He was wounded July 29, 1951, and was treated and had to travel to different places such as Osaka, Japan, Washington State, and San Antonio to have his injuries taken care of. So he was hospitalized for quite a period of time. He still has metal shrapnel in his leg, and he received a combat medal for his injury. He went on to serve in the U.S. Army for 5 years. So our hats are off to you for that. Now he met Queen Bee. It's my mother. And he's been married to for over 66 years. And has a family and worked in private and civil service government sector for 63 years. I can rarely remember him taking a day off other than his vacation. And those of you know him about time, he's the most kindest person you will ever meet. Yeah. We were the only people that could go to Texas and visit our grandmother. She'd have dinner ready at 2. There were no cell phones. No. We didn't know how to stop at a telephone booth. And we would be there at 2 o'clock on the dot for dinner. Typically when we need to Google or search, or we take classes to find out information about important events in history, and what I realized in doing my research, there is so much that we really don't know about a person. And one thing, when we see someone that is seasoned and seasoned, and a little bit more seasoned, we have to realize what their background, what they came from. person that was born when the Great Depression began. He was there for the World War II. He was in the Korean War. He knew of the Holocaust, the Vietnam War, the American Civil Rights Movement, and he was born when the 31st president was Herbert Hoover. And then he supported and voted for our 44th first black president, Barack Hussein Obama. After thinking about this important journey of my dad's life, I began to wonder how he made it this far. I mean, typically, this is unheard of. 1/3 of Americans usually meet this milestone. And this is based on the U.S. Basic Census, which is May 2019, in case you guys want to check. I read several articles on longevity and common links and what we need to do. And then I said, well, wait a minute, let me just check this to see how this happens. And I found some pretty interesting things, and I began to say, you know what? Let me look and see what my dad, how did he get to this point? He decided a long time ago he wanted to live, not just to exist. He wanted to live, to take life as it comes, embracing and doing it as much as you can to feel fulfilled. He decided to choose the route of happiness. So the first choice he made was faith. Taking the first step when he couldn't even see the whole staircase. He was baptized in 1970 and has been a faithful member of the 61st Division Church for 49 years. And I did bring up Queen Bee. When you look at all the different equations and factors about longevity, one of the things they said was faith. And so I checked that little box, just like Magia. Check. Then a relationship. Marriage to her, my mother, for 66 years. Then the diet. Recognizing the importance of trying to adhere to it. Sometimes he'd cheat, then he'd go back, then he'd cheat. But he always knew that it was important. Healthy lifestyle. How many 90-year-olds you know go to see a personal trainer twice a week? And then when he walks in, I don't know how much pain he is, but he walks in with swag. Social interaction. That's important to say. Social interaction is because he's probably one of the oldest people on Facebook. Let us know what's going on. Lewis Holtz stated that life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% on how you respond to it. Often he would say a winner never quits and a loser never wins. He just got his driver's license renewed for another 6 years. When we arrived from Maryland for the last 2 years, we take Uber. Courage is very important in the life of someone that's 90 and continuous. And he says, if I can do all three things through Christ, who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. And that has to be true because I remember coming out here and he was at a cookout and he was trying to jump off the diving board in his 80s. It's rough. It's rough. Laughter. Proverbs 17:22 says, a joyful heart is good medicine. Laughter can and does restore the soul, and it provides fuel and relief from stress and pain. His love of children and our family and the love that they do in return is what provides him sometimes with laughter. I've learned a lot about him in 30 years that I've moved away, but we see him quite often. Some of you in the church say, well, where is he? I've taken him off your hands. Sometimes 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, we have an awesome time. Sometimes we spend time on trips together, we spend time at the lake together. Sitting at a lake, you find a lot about a person. Because the water's like this, very calming. And he shares a lot of his thoughts. He also loves to cook. And when I leave, he always tells me, "You gained weight since you've been here." So we eat, cook again. He plays board games and cards and dominoes. He even likes to do paint nights. So we do paint night. He's attended conferences with us and has even had the opportunity to speak on his longtime career. So I'm not going to keep you too much longer, but I want to say this. The next time you see a 90-year-old woman or man, you should ask yourself, what can I learn from this?
Yes.
What should I take away from them and apply in my life? I can truly tell you one of my greatest takeaways, and you probably laugh at what I'm going to say, but it was the game of dominoes. My mother taught us to get in the game, and he whipped us so bad we couldn't do it. And she said, "Don't do that. Let them win sometimes." And he said, "No. They got to learn how to stay in there a little bit." Our granddaughter was playing with them. And then Oliver Sutton, I heard her say, "I'm not playing anymore, Papa. I think you're cheating." Gabrielle, go down and go back and get in the game. Because at the end of the life, and your future depends on you knowing how to get in and stay. So by playing with your grandfather, and she continued to stay in there, she beat him one day. And then she began to sound like him. Go home, go big or go home. I give a warm thanks to the men, the myths, and the legends. Bring up a very important person in this program. She also got the late fall type. My mom, Lillian Jones, and was asked to come up and say a special few words. It takes a special woman to be married to a special man. Ladies, you know we're talking. She's coming up, and she just has a few words to say before we go to the service. She said, "Just She is being escorted by our son, Tucson. For some of you, the last time you saw me was a year old.
Yeah.
He's much older now.
That's really inappropriate.
Thank you so much for coming to share in Robert's 90th birthday. Now, I would just like to let you know I'm not a speaker. I don't speak to groups, but I'll try my best to say 8 or 10 words. But it on my way home. And he passed up me driving a 49 Ford. I was really good. It looked kind of good. He said, where are you going? I said, I'm going home. He said, well, let me give you a ride. I looked at him and I told him, I said, I don't ride with strangers. He said, well, if you give me a chance, I'll introduce myself. And he continued to drive slowly beside me. I got home, I hurried up the steps and looked back, and he was still there. So the next day, we came back again. So after several trips back, we began to talk again.
That's right.
So my girlfriends, they told me, say, you know, he's really handsome. I said, well, I don't see it. Seats on it and rose bushes on the side. So she said, well, what I'll do, I'm going to call him up here because his cousin lives right across the street from me. She said, I'm going to call him up here and talk to him. And you look at it and see what you think about it. So I sit up among the rose bushes. And she talked to him while I looked at him. When he left, she said, what you think about him? I said, I still don't think he's that handsome. But anyway, after that, I did kind of talk to him. So after several talks, he asked me out on a date. And I decided to go. So, you know, back then, going on a date was like going to a movie. And the drugstore. And the drugstores are not like they are now. Back 30 years ago, the drugstores had a long counter. You could go in and have hamburgers and ice cream and soda, and they had a big jukebox on the wall, and you could pay a nickel and play all the music that you wanted to hear. And we had a good time. After that date, we went on another date. And after that date, I just you know, went back to while I was walking and he was driving beside me, I kept kind of looking back at that. So we did, after several dates, we ended up talking, and we liked each other a lot. We had a lot in common. He liked family, and so did I. He would talk about his family all the time to me. When I talked to other members in his family, they would tell me that he told you this or he told you that. He never told anyone that. Why is it that he told you? It seemed like everything. So he had told one of the cousins when he met me, he said, I'm going to marry that woman. Wow. But then when he told me, I said, marry me? I'm too young to get married. But he was very persistent. So I'll let him wear me down. After living in Texas for a couple of years, we moved to California with our kids, and we've been here ever since. He wanted to come to California because when he was in service, he was stationed some parts of California, and he loved it. And he always wanted to come back here. And soon to be retired, I wanted to see California, so I didn't live in California. I had to get out of Texas. So we came to California, and he got a job. A few days after he was here, he's never lived there. I mean, he's a hard worker. Right. He took care of everything. He never wanted me to work outside the home. That didn't bother me. That so it's kind of nice. He took care of us very good. And I loved it. I loved him. And we still love each other.
Nowadays, they come.
Oh, look at it. You said, oh, yeah, okay, that was started.
I would like to give you a toast.
A toast?
Happy 90th birthday.
You got too many eggs in the I'm not done. That was started. Good job. Like a yeah, we'll play ball.
Do that today, you get arrested for stalking. Fine line between stalking This is fine as they're looking
My wife told our history and I'm sorry I can recap some of that. I met this young lady.
Where you going?
Yeah. many years ago. I just had, you see I just had got out of the military hospital in Osaka, Japan, and I went to rehab in San Antonio, Texas. And they tried to get me to re-enlist. I said no. I'm glad I didn't, because I would have never met this lady here, Lillian Jones. She been a rock for me, I'm telling you, because married for 66 years. I think you hit a lot of bumps in the road.
Yeah.
I can tell you that, young folks. But if you get a good support, like she were to me, I learned how to live a life with a sweet woman that you could hold on to, and when you fall, she would pick you up.
Yeah.
And not only that, I give God the credit.
Right,
I
amen.
give God the credit. We can't do things on our own, but we have to have help. I know God gave me a good helpmate, and I thank God for that. Because I know when I met her that day on that street, she was walking down the street, and I looked at her, I said, that's that girl my cousin lived on that same street. I said, I'm gonna talk to her, I'm gonna ask her a question. I asked her, did she want to ride? I'm gonna recap that. She told me, no, I don't ride with strangers. But anyway, you know how when you see good things, you want to go back again. I followed her all the way home, man, driving real slow. The slowest she was walking. She told me I don't ride with strangers. I said, look here, lady. I'm not a stranger. Just give me a chance to introduce myself. And I didn't let that day go by. And my cousin lived on the same street, but I go by there. And I put some loud pipes on my little 49 Ford. When I go by there, I put a nooch in and let it go down the pop. It's that pop, 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 pop. Guess what? She be running to the door. You know what I said that day? I got That was a great time for me. We got married, and I said, oh boy, I'm glad I didn't re-enlist in the military. So, she's been good to me, and I've been good to her. It's a tie that you have to tie and hang on to each other.
Amen.
And give God the credit. Because He's the one to give us the power to stay. Yeah. So I want to say this. Thank you all for coming to celebrate my birthday. I want all my family to stand up. All of it. Let's do it. All of it. See that lady standing right there? She and my dad and her mother was first cousins, and we are the last two in our generation.
Wow.
So yeah, that's it.
Praise God.
So she lived in Los Angeles, and thank you for coming out. I appreciate y'all coming with me and celebrate my birthday. And I want to thank my kids my daughter and my son putting this together. I know a lot of hard work. Everybody, somebody called me one time. I said, I'm not in that. So thanks, and keep praying for us. Okay. Oh, I got my candles here.
So, thank you, Dad. So there is dessert served in the back. Help yourselves. And shortly we'll have more entertainment from the fabulous Jones90Bday trio. Thank you very much.
Amen.
And help yourselves and enjoy. And there's also a dance floor.